What's good, guys? It's Shaina J, and I'm back with another video. If you are returning, hey girl, and if you're new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you my winter deep conditioning routine, which helps with dry scalp, dry ends, dry everything, because we can't be crusty, you know. And I'm going to show you guys what I use. So here's my bowl, which I use to mix everything. And you're also going to need a spoon, of course, to mix your ingredients. And the first thing I use is aloe. So I use the actual aloe leaf instead of the aloe gel or aloe from the bottle. I don't know, I just feel like it's more organic and I like it. My mom always uses it, so I use it. You also need a knife to cut up your aloe. And the first thing I'm going to be using is this Cane Chome deep conditioning hair mask. I actually got it on Amazon for about $12 when my mom got it for me about 3 years ago, and I've been using it ever since. I love it. It smells like roses. It has a lot of slip, and it's only $12 on Amazon, which is great. The next thing I'm going to use is a silicone mix. I actually started using this because they use it at the salon that I go to deep condition my hair. It smells amazing and it's really cheap. It's about $6 for a bottle like that, and it lasts you a while because you don't need a lot. The next thing I'm going to use is this sugar-free honey. I actually noticed that I like this kind of regular sugar-free, whatever kind of syrupy honey instead of the raw organic honey that my mom gets at home because it's way less sticky and it's easier to comb through my hair when this kind of honey is in it. The next thing I'm going to use is this Shea Moisture High Porosity Moisture Correct Mask. My friend actually gave this to me and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but it smells really good and it has a lot of slip, and it ended up being a great deep conditioner on its own, so I know that mixed with everything else it's just going to be great. The next thing I have is just my little color applicator bottle that I got from Sally's for like maybe $3, and I just put my oil mixture in here. I switch up my oil mixtures all the time depending on like the season and what my hair is doing, but right now I have extra virgin olive oil and peppermint oil in there, which feels so good on your scalp when it has that little cooling effect, and I've really been feeling that lately for winter time. So now I'm just going to take my bowl and we're going to get started. So first I'm going to take my aloe leaf. Here it is. They're about $2 for a decent sized aloe leaf at the grocery store, so don't worry about all that with the price and everything, because you know I got you guys, it's not expensive. Okay, so I'm just going to start by cutting about 2 inches of the aloe, and then you're just going to slice one side and then slice a little snip off the other side. This will allow you to be able to open it up and get the gel part out. Aloe is really good for dry scalp, stopping dandruff, because you know in the winter time it gets dry, you use a lot of products, you're brushing your hair all the time, your scalp gets irritated. So aloe is really soothing, not just for your hair and your scalp, but also for your face, which we're going to see later. It reduces redness, swelling, irritation, and stops pimples that are growing from growing even more. So now my aloe leaf is open, and you can see that there's the gel. It's kind of slimy, and in order to get it off not in one big chunk, I just kind of, you know what you would do with an onion? You kind of dice it one way and then dice it the other way, and then it comes out chopped. Okay, so I'm just going to put my knife one way, slice it the other way, and then I'll be able to scrape the gel off. So now I'm just going to scrape that gel that I just sliced into the bowl. And that's what it looks like. It looks like it's not a lot, but a little bit goes a long way with aloe because it is really potent since it's organic and we're using the leaf. And as you can see, a little bit of the green part got into my bowl, but that's totally okay because, girl, you're gonna wash it out anyway, so whatever. Alrighty, and then I'm just gonna do the same thing with the second part that I cut. So now that I got every single part of the gel off of this, because you know we can't be wasting nothing, I'm just gonna do the same thing with the other side. So now I'm going to take that Cane Chome hair mask, and I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons of that. I mean, you could just pour it in, but I just used a spoon because it was convenient, and I'm running kind of low, so I didn't really want to like stick my hand in there or just pour it, but you can do however much you want. So the amount that I'm doing is for short to medium hair because that's what I have, but depending on thickness and length, you can do what you want. So this is the silicone mix, and since this is already in a squeeze bottle, we're just going to squeeze a little bit of that. I probably only did like a tablespoon of that because the smell is really strong, and if you don't like the smell of roses, you are not going to like it. Now I'm going to take my honey, and I'm also going to do 2 tablespoons of that. And honey is really moisturizing and hydrating, and just like oil, it helps to seal in the moisture that you already have in your hair, or that you're going to have in your hair once you wash it and condition it and it's wet. So I think honey is great. It's also great for your face, and I'll probably do some DIY hair masks sometime in the future where I just use household products, including honey, eggs, mayo, things like that for deep conditioning. Every winter was a war. So now that we have our honey in there, next we are going to use the Shea Moisture High Porosity Moisturizing Hair Mask. And for this, since I already put the honey on the spoon, I was just like, you know what? This is the good stuff, so we're just going to wing it, and I'm going to pour in however much I feel like I need to cover my whole hair. So I just put in a few globs. And like I said, my hair is about medium length, maybe shoulder length right now, and it's not too thick, not too thin. So this is usually enough for me, this amount of mixture. So now you're just going to blend up all the things that you put in your bowl. And this is the consistency that I like because it has a lot of slip and I'm able to comb my hair. So now I just have my little turby twist on. I've washed and conditioned and detangled my hair in the shower. This is what my hair looks like in its natural state with no moisturizer in it after the shower. As you can see, my texture is like 4A in some places, 4B in some places, and then in the crown, occasionally it will get 4C. Like my curls are just real tight up there. It's harder to straighten that area. It gets more dry in that area. As you can see, at one point I had dyed the ends of my hair, so they're a little bit scraggly and dry, so that's what we're here to fix. So now that I have my bowl set up in front of me, I'm just going to section off my hair. And you can take 1/3, 1/2, doesn't matter. It's all about your finger detangling preferences. I don't mind finger detangling a lot of hair at a time. So when I section my hair, I do it in big sections because, girl, who got time? Not me. Okay, so now that my hair is in about half and half, I'm going to start with the back section, and we'll just leave the front section for later. So now I'm going to take my aloe. I cut another piece of the aloe leaf and cut it in half just like we did before. And like I said, this is really good for dry scalp and dandruff, and I've been noticing that in the winter months, especially blow drying my hair and all of that. When it gets really cold outside, the parts of my scalp that get the most dry are the nape of my neck and right there in the middle where I made that part. So I'm just taking the aloe leaf itself and rubbing it on those dry areas of my scalp. Now I'm going to take my bottle of my oil mixture, and I'm also going to directly put that right on my scalp. I don't really put that all the way down my hair shaft at this point. I usually put it just on my scalp where it's dry and the ends because I want all of that deep conditioner to soak in, and when you create an oil barrier, it's not going to soak in. So I just put a little bit on the ends, and now we're ready to get started with putting our actual deep conditioning mixture on our hair. So this is where I just finger detangle a little bit. Like I said, I detangled in the shower already, but since my ends are kind of bad right now, you know, your hair sticks together a little bit, so just want to make sure it's able to evenly coat all of the hair strands. So now I'm just sticking my hand in my bowl, and from tip to root, I'm going to be distributing that deep conditioner evenly and making sure it coats all of the strands. Massage it in, and then I'm just going to put that section into a twist, just for detangling purposes. So now I've fast forwarded it and did my whole head. This is the last section, and I just wanted to show you guys that my hair is nice and moisturized with that oil that we put in, and also from that deep conditioner, and you can just see the hair strands are like, thank you Lord for deep conditioning me, because girl, what was you doing? So now that my hair is all in twists, we are ready to put our cap on. So most of the time people will be like, oh yeah, put this regular cap from the beauty supply store. All right, girl, well, you're probably in college, I'm in college, we're broke out here, so we are going to use a shopping bag. This happens to be a Stop and Shop bag from when I went grocery shopping to come back to school, and you are just going to take that grocery bag and rip it a little bit in the front so that you're able to tie it much easier around your head. And then you're going to place it on your head. Yes, I know you look crazy, but do it for the hair. And then you're just going to tie a little knot in the front to make sure it stays on your head. And this is the exact same as, I mean, it's not as good as being under a dryer, but I don't have a dryer, so this is what we're going to do. And it's the same exact thing as having a regular cap, you just look a little more crazy. So then I just tie my towel on top of it just to stop it from dripping down my neck or down my face or whatever, and also to hold the heat in because you want a lot of heat. And we're going to leave it for 20 minutes. But now I'm going to show you guys how I put aloe on my face, because as you can see, I have a lot of dark marks, acne scars. I had really bad acne in middle school, and those scars have literally been there since then. Don't pick your face, guys. Don't be like me and pick your face because this is what happens. It also helps to remove the under eye darkness. If you do this religiously, like for a few weeks, you should see a difference. So now I usually just chill for the 20 minutes on my phone or doing homework or whatever I want to do. Then I go and rinse that out in the twists. And once I take the twist out after I rinse the deep conditioner out, this is what my hair looks like. As you can see, it is much more moisturized, not looking crazy, not crying for help anymore. Don't mind my bangs. I cut those a while ago, and now when my hair is curly, they look crazy. But anyway, as you can see, there's so much more curl definition now. My hair just looks more hydrated. My curls are bouncy. Even that inner part that I said is 4C, like, has curl definition, and I'm just loving it. I put together all of the conditioners that I had and made this deep conditioner for you guys, and this is what I've been using for about three months now, I think, and my hair has been happy with it. It helps my curls revert, and it's great. So make sure you guys hit the like button below and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you.
You know she won't